Friday, and welcome to Practice Makes Prose. So it's week number 2 in our month dedicated to talking about creating characters, and this week we are discussing naming our characters. Now, for me, character names are more of a trial and error type of thing than a extensive research sort of thing. This is because a lot of times when I am writing in a word war or just some sort of timed writing sort of situation, and it always happens for me that this is when the new characters are introduced. So rather than putting a whole lot of time and effort into trying to research and pick a name that really fits that character when they're first introduced and wasting a lot of the time that I may have at that point, I will just sort of pick a name that either pops into my head, or maybe a name from one of my Facebook friends that are currently online, or the name of somebody that I'm word warring with. And that will kind of take on being that character's name for a little bit, and maybe later on I'll decide that the name doesn't fit the character as well, and then I'll change it. But I've been very lucky in the past in being able to find these names really quickly and having them fit the character very well. There have been times where I've had to change it. So when you're picking a character name, my biggest tip is to remember that it's not permanent. This isn't like naming something in real life. You can change the name after time because you can watch this character evolve and know what sort of thing is going to fit them better. So don't get too attached to your character names because maybe they will need to be changed later on. Now, something else you need to keep in mind that I know is mentioned a lot, but I'm going to say it anyways, is where your character is from and what sort of time period they're in. If you're writing historical fiction and you're writing from some country that you're not from, you're definitely going to have to do a little bit more research for your names, and this whole trial and error, just picking a name that pops into your head thing, isn't going to work as well for you. So definitely keep in mind what sort of book you're writing, where your characters are from, and what time period it is, because that is going to influence these names. I would like to hear what sort of guidelines you use when you're picking a character name. Are there certain websites that you have that you go to and trust when you have to name a character? Please let me know down in the comments. Don't forget, practice makes prose.